part of the holy scriptures that can't put on the floor, yes?
Cannot, yeah. Correct.
Did you notice, Steph? Did you notice? He's not only taller, he's also smarter.
Okay, good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. I'm going to do opening prayer. Oh, Mother Sentient Beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those great obstacles of my path to liberation and nations. May they experience happiness, be separate from suffering disably. I will establish them in the state of Ānāpānasati, perfect, complete, precious Buddhahood. Oh, Mother Sentient Beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those great obstacles of my path to liberation and nations. May they experience happiness, be separate from suffering disably. I will establish them in the state of Ānāpānasati, perfect, complete, precious Buddhahood. Dala Dhamvara Sebe Dai Nubara Sebe Ge Tarba Dan Damje Jembe Barde Jubara Seba Damje So Sebe Mananga Dan Yambe Zemje Damje Dewa Dan De Donghara Dan Rara Yorde Lana Meba Yanda Bara Zogbe Zanj Rinpoche Do Bara Thus, unto achieve enlightenment, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. Until death, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. From now until this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and the mind. We take refuge in the kind root Lama and the lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deity of the mandalas of Yadams. We take refuge in the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in the noble Dharkas, Dakinis, and the Dhamma gardens, possessors of the eye of wisdom. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment, I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise in the example of Bodhisattvas. As previous Buddhas embraced the enlightened mind and the progress on the Bodhisattva's path, I too, for the benefit of all sentient beings, giving birth to bodhicitta and apply myself to accomplish the stage of the path. In the Buddha, Dharma, and the Sangha most excellent, I take refuge until enlightenment is reached. By the merit of generosity and other good deeds, may I attain Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. May all Mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they liberate from suffering and the causes of suffering. May they never be separate from the sacred happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in equanimity, free from attachment and aversion. So we're going to skip 7 lamp prayer. I'm going to go to the short mandala offering. The ground is spanking with the scented water and stirred with the flowers. It is adorned with the Meru, the spring mountain, the 4 continents, the sun and the moon. As Buddha fair, I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness as Buddha fares. To the lamas who possess the 3 kayas, I offer altar inner sacred offerings with my body, wealth, and that all is visible. Please grant me spring realization enlightenment. Whatever merit I have gathered through postations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of enlightenment of all sentient beings, all these are dedicated. Om Guru Rena Mendala Bunza Manga Samanda Savar Samaye Ahom. I call refuge, ornament of the world. Your fame provides the 3,000 words. You are the victor Vajradhara, without doubt. I bow at the feet of Father Jagti Songo. Continually I think with no one but you. Compassionate one, grant your blessings. Dispel darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize the unliberated nature of the mind. Please turn the way of the Dharma of the 2 vehicles and the combination according to disposition and likewise mental capacity of sentient beings. His wisdom is brilliant like the sun, free of clouds of 2 worlds, and perceive the various steps of knowledge in the true nature. For this reason, he holds the wisdom text. At his heart, he has a compassion for all beings who are suffering from the darkness of ignorance in the prison of samsara as a father for an only son. Like a thunderclap, he awakens those who are sleeping in ignorance and losing the charm of karma through the 60th branch of Ānāpānasati speech. He wears the wisdom silver to cut settling of suffering, to dispel darkness of confusion. In the Bodhisattva form, he is pure from beginningless time, fully accomplished in the 10 levels, and perfect in the body of all knowledge. I supplicate you, Majeshwari, adorned by the 112 sons of Buddha, to dispel darkness of my ignorance. Om Ānāpānasati, Om Ānāpānasati, Om Ānāpānasati, Om Ānāpānasati, Om Ānāpānasati. You who are the perfect youthful body, whose flame of wisdom blazes and dispels the darkness of worldly ignorance, are posted before you and praised to Manjushri. Yone Gelen Jangwapo. Ye je dom rab de mar, je den do mo mezarwa, jambar yang la zanzar do. Tamke doje jaje reizan rong yenje medo deje punjong ba zerje lambo lavre jebe jaje jarbe jal kuzanza dorje janje delo naroda marba mela yeje gambo Pamoy ba jarwa indigong be gaju lama namla izorwande Romain Jije Yenge Bodane, the Zom Zanje Genje Ngoye, Ransom Jiga Ngonzon Donzebe, Sawe Lame Jabla Guzanza. Okay, good morning everyone, and good afternoon, evening. Do we have a translator in the chat room? I mean, in the Zoom?
Yes, Khenpo.
Shirav is there, right?
Yes.
I saw Sikkim before, yes.
Okay. So, then I'm going to share, ready to share the teaching. Is where I have a thought. Ānāpāna. Okay. So today I'm going to share here is Ānāpāti Sutra, mindfulness of breathing. So this teaching is come from Buddha Shakyamuni. This teaching is for the mindfulness meditation. So have many, we have meditation, different kind of meditation practice. So today here I'm sharing is Buddha Shakyamuni. He it also has stories, so like we can go follow the story where this teaching come from. And in India, their place name is called Sharavasti. Buddha Shakyamuni, he was enlightened after then he went to this called Sharavasti, the place. It's right now. This Sharavasti is a location actually in North India, and the state is called Lucknow, And then from Lucknow to go there is 4 hours drive. Lucknow is you can take flight to there. Then from there go to there is 4 hours drive. So in that place, Buddha Shakyamuni, after enlightenment, he stayed longest time, one place. So he shared the most teaching is in there, Sharavasti. Mostly our Zom Sangha here, they knows Sharavasti. I share already hundreds times many different kind of teachings in this Zom group, but here, right now, who are physically here, you are more new ones. And so this teaching is, for them, is I think very simple already. Right, in the Zom Sangha, I think you guys very simple for this. We already share two deeper teachings before. But this one is very important for useful. Even I shared the, very high level deep teachings before meditation, Mahamudra Dzogchen teachings. But without this mindful meditation, then this high level teachings also very hard to hinder or cultivating or meditating. So that's why you cannot think this is so simple and easy. I think when I share this teaching, maybe very simple understanding, simple, but when you meditate, it's not that simple. Take time to use to this. And as long as you use to this mindful meditation, the mudra meditation. And also, this meditation is for mindful teaching. Reason is now we are in the north of Girona, right? North of Girona, is correct. And we have here is Vipassana Ritu. We are all new, right? So new for the Dharma and this meditation, and that's why this is like go together with shamatha meditation. That's why I'm sharing today here. And this teaching, if you go more deeper meditation practice, and then you can reach to realization, realize. So that's here is Buddha Shakyamuni. He shared this teaching, he practiced, and he say himself also realized, and then he shared to many his disciples, so they also get a realization. We can go through this, you understand. First, we go to forward. This teaching today, what I'm sharing is so His Holiness Chechang translation to English language. And he used this, he's sharing lots for this teaching for, for the Sharavasti mindful meditation. So usually the group together, like hundreds of people together, sharing this one at least 1 week, 10 days, use this teaching and then meditating. So we don't have time to meditate, but I have time to share this with you. And meditation is after you hear the teaching and now you have this book with you, so you can use this, and then you can, you're using this for your meditation. So first, you have to know where this book is come from. regarding the sutra of mindfulness of breathing. So this is the sutra teaching, come from Buddha Shakyamuni, is practice for breathing meditation. It is said in the first volume of the basis of vow, morality, Vinayana. So it's Buddha, he shared teaching has called three baskets. Three baskets is Vinayana, Abhidhamma, and the Sutra. So three teachings when he, like main point that using three different called baskets. That's words I don't know correct. Usually translators say three baskets. Could be the misunderstand too. Then this three teaching. So in the Vinayana, he also mentioned about a lot this breathing meditation. Then after having practiced austerity for 6 years, so Buddha himself, he meditated 6 years. The Buddha realized that asceticism, right? So help me, okay, this English, because it's I'm reading first time and very hard to understand these words also. If I don't do correctly, let it know, okay?
What did you say?
Asceticism will not bring any result. So if the main point is you put so much effort, but sometimes not bring you benefit. So sometimes our effort is become called useless. Some practice, even you don't put that much effort, you get a result. So that's why Buddha, he recognized is too much sacrificing. Sacrificing is correct, right? Sacrificing, practicing, not sometimes bring much benefit. So without sacrificing and get benefit, so he said, use breath and practice meditate. You not really sacrifice yourself, but get lots of benefit. So that's he discovered. Therefore, he practiced breathing meditation at ease. Also, in the second volume of Vinayana, another book, the Buddha said, but bhikkhus, right? Bhikkhus or bhikkhus? Sanskrit.
To my knowledge, bhikkhus.
Bhikkhus, okay. Sometimes people say bhikkhus. Sometimes say bhikkhus. I don't know. I think both are correct. Due to my abiding in the mindfulness of breathing during these 3 months. So the Buddha, he went to the meditation summer retreat in Sharavasati, 3 months. So during 3 months, then Buddha, he practiced himself this, for the breathing meditation. But that's he's sharing for his student. He said, I did, but actually he's already beyond using the breath himself. That's another teaching that talk about, Buddha is already called non-duality states. So not really need using the breath. But he have to guide for his, followers. So then he said, I use my own breath and meditate. So you guys also have to use your own breath, have to meditate. That's he's sharing. And if he don't say that, he cannot really guide his followers. Actually, for the truth for himself, he really don't need to use his own breath. He already go beyond in that. Then I have remained in perfectly samadhi within, so 3 months. Similarly, based on the 4 objects of mindfulness. So he using the breath and practice 4 different mindfulness. And this 4 mindfulness meditations coming into this practice and teaching. So 4 mindful is we have mindful body meditation, mindful feeling meditation, mindful consciousness meditation, mindful feeling meditation. So that's or using the breath. It's going to these different levels of mindful meditating. Then similarly, based on the 4 objects of mindfulness, the Buddha extensively taught Ānāpāda, Ananda. So Ananda is one of his students, Khenpo and others, the breathing meditation practice and so on. So he shared them lots for his disciples. After the Buddha completed the 3 months summer retreat in Sharavasti, he extended the retreat for another half a month as requested by Shariputra. Shariputra is one of the Buddha's disciples, is most the realizer one. And so he requests to Buddha again, can you stay extending, more extension for retreat another month? So 3 months after another 2 weeks, Buddha extending due to his request. Summer retreat is usually we do, every monastery has summer retreat and called raining season, during the raining season retreat. So then that stay 3 months for, meditation practice, 3 months meditating. Sometimes, people can request to stay longer meditation. So then extension to that retreat is go to 3 months and a half. So that's the Buddha he did in that time. Then it was recorded in the Sutra of mindfulness of breathing. So in the mindful, the teaching has about these stories. And then Buddha says, Asate Sharavasti until the 15th of the 10th month. So this 15th is followed by lunar calendar. 15th means full moon day. So he extending and first day to enter full moon day, like 15th day, extended his retreat, summer practice. So then, as such, 3,000 monks and nuns from far away gather in the Sharavasti. So that time, 3,000 monks and nuns, went the summer retreat together with the Buddha Shakyamuni. It was well known that the white night lilies blossom on the 15th of the 10th month in this area. So the area, the lotus flowers. Last year I was there, I saw many lotus flowers. And so that time is like these lotus flowers, I think blossomed on the 15th of the 10th month in this area. Therefore, this day was also known as the month of the night lilies. Lilies is a lotus flower, right? Lilies means, I think so. And so that's the Sharavasti has lots of these flowers. Last year I was there, everybody selling these flowers. They asked to buy. Then we take the buy and take to the temples. Then Vietnamese order great and great scholar, which Thich Nhat Hanh. So Thich Nhat Hanh is the one of the Vietnamese teacher. He just passed away 2 years ago, I think. He wrote in the biography of the Buddha. This is a completion of all the teachings on the mindfulness of breathing spoken by the Buddha previously. So the Thich Nhat Hanh also collected the Buddha's biography and he shared lots about mindful meditation in there. So this all he collected from the Buddha's, previous many diversity books. It is also the first condensed essence. So I think this probably refers to the Sutra of the mindfulness of breathing. The reason is that this sutra is consistent, right?
Consistent.
Consistent means like short, yeah?
Concise.
Consistency.
It's coherent.
It's more like
Coherent.
aligned,
Oh, I see.
continuous and meaning.
With the above mentioned history, the sutra of the mindfulness of breathing, Ānāpānasati, right? Sutta, can be regarded as a complete sutra that explains the breathing meditation practice. So in that sutra, just have all this, breathing is completely explained. Because breathing go to many different levels. So just we think, okay, using breath for focus, mind focus with the breath, only just one. But it's go to different ways, more, diversity practice using breath. So that's why in this teaching has everything included. The Sutra of the Mindfulness of Breathing was translated into Tibetan by Chinese bhikkhu Jem Yishi. So he translation to Tibetan by Chinese bhikkhu Jem Yishi. According to the translator, star of Kanjur text is a Buddha's text. It was certainty by comparing with the Pali vision by Wanchok Negi, the great teacher of the Central Institute of High Tibetan Study in Varanasi. So he translation to also the Tibetan language. And the English translation edited by Bhikkhu Bodhi in American Eater. Edited this, so His Holiness Chesang, he edited this text in a concise manner based on the Tibetan grammar and poetry. Blessed by the great name of the Tigongpa, I control Tenzin Kinzang Tenle Lingdok wrote on 26 January, so it's the blessed by the great name of the Tigongpa means all the Digong Kaju lineage has control first name. So when you take refuge, you get the name, first name is control. So that's why he said the blessing by name control. Then Tenzin Kinzang Tenle Lingdok, he mentioned about his name. And then he wrote this is 2018 at the Garchin Dharma Institute in Wanli Tepe. May it be virtuous. So that's the forward, because we have to know this book's history. Now is go to the main teaching. So main teaching here, introductory section. So thus I have heard. So this teaching is come from Buddha Shakyamuni, and then that's why. So thus I have heard means during the Buddha time, no writing. So his student has unforgettable memory. So there, when Buddha is sharing the teachings, there has whole things memory, because they reach to that some student has a realization, unforgettable memory, realization. So then Buddha passed after 12 years. So all this who has memories, they're gathering together. And then they share again, So that's why, thus I heard means I heard from the Buddha, so this teaching. And on one occasion, in the blessed one means Buddha Shakyamuni was living at Sharavasati, when he was Sharavasati in the eastern part, in the palace of Mangara mother, together with many very well known either disciples. So when Buddha shared, there has many disciples together. So they're saying like where he shared the space name, place name. You can go visit in this place right now, there, or you see the just foundations, not really existed the buildings, anything, but you can see this all the foundations there still. So then the Venerable Shariputra is the most important Buddha Shakyamuni disciple, and he also is the kind of charge that this retreat center Sharavasati when Buddha Shakyamuni during that time. Before Buddha Shakyamuni, Shariputra went to this space. And so someone offered this spaces to Buddha Shakyamuni. And the story is like, I don't know, you wanted to hear story? Stories are sometimes good, right? Okay, so story is the Buddha enlightened. After he went actually I don't know, he went to India. So he was enlightenment called Bodhigaya. And then he stayed there only after enlightenment couple of weeks. Then he went to Varanasi. So you have to drive 4 hours, called Varanasi Deer Park. And he shared the teaching there is called Four Noble Truths, first Dharma teaching. And then he went back to another direction, it's called Rajigir. So another 8 hours drive from Varanasi to go to another place. So one king, he also recalls when Siddhartha, not enlightened Buddha, the Siddhartha, that time the king recalls him, if you reach the realize, please can you come back to my palace, share teaching. So Siddhartha, he says yes, he accepted. So that's why Buddha, and from Varanasi went to that palace. And then he shared teaching the king. The king offered to him is one retreat center. So then Buddha has many disciples already in that place. So one person from another state is this. Right now, this in Sharavasati at that time is another kingdom. So then one person come to one business guy. He went to another kingdom. So here he heard about Buddha Shakyamuni. Then he wanted to see him. And so he stayed with one family hosting him. The family told him, tomorrow morning we're going to invite Buddha Shakyamuni our home to offering lunch. So then he asked them, who's Buddha Shakyamuni? That explained a little bit him about Buddha Shakyamuni. Then he couldn't sleep that night. And he really wanted to see Buddha. And then nighttime he went to where Buddha Shakyamuni has retreat center. He went into there. He arrived early morning there. So he went to everywhere. It's like very peaceful and joyful and calm. So he has never experienced before his life. Then he think this is the very powerful something special. So then he met Buddha, and he aroused very strong devotion to Buddha, and he requests Buddha, and can you please come to my country? So Buddha say yes, I will come. So then he said, I'll go back to my hometown and preparing, please come to visit my hometown. So then he went back to his hometown and he looking for the place where Buddha Shakyamuni, stay. And he couldn't find any place like suit for his mind, And then one garden, beautiful, so it's owned by the king, their kingdom. So he see very beautiful. Then he went to king, asked him, please can you sell me your garden? I wanted to buy your garden. So king said, why are you going to buy my garden? He said, I'm going to offering to Buddha Shakyamuni. So king said, yeah, of course, I can sell you as long as you can put the gold, whole garden, covered by gold plated. And the king actually made joking with him, not seriously. And then his business, he has gold, he bring all the gold put in the ground. And he covered the whole garden. So then asked king, I have gold covered it. So then king said, you are crazy. Why are you going to do for like this for Buddha? He said, I'm going to bring Buddha because from our country, we can give up everything for my country, do something good things. So that's why I offer to this for Buddha. And then king is already accepted, no choice because he's joking, but he's already said. So then he sold that place, and then Shariputra went to that place. In here mentioned the Shariputra, first one says the Venerable Shariputra. So he created first like cabins and a temple before Buddha come. And that's retreat centers. The Venerable Shariputra, he charged. And then after he make all this space, everything for the retreat center, then Buddha and his many monks come there, stay many years. Okay, so that's the story. Venerable Shariputra's wisdom, where he has lots of wisdom and embodiment wisdom disciple. So Buddha have to do anything, so ask him to, do it. And also someone asks something, Buddha always mentioned talked with Shariputra. Then Shariputra has ideas because he has wisdom. Then another is called Venerable Mahamoggallana. Lena is the second Buddha's most important person. So he has also miracle powers, and he can use his power to can change his bodies and transform different forms. He can go minutes miles. So also another teaching, Buddha Shakyamuni is not in this space. He's missing couple months. That means Buddha Shakyamuni went to heaven, and then the kings request this Mogarpa, please can you invite him, Buddha Shakyamuni? We don't know where is he. So you have power, and you can go everywhere. So please ask him to come back to our country. And Mogarpa went to immediately in heaven and asked Buddha Shakyamuni, can you come back please? Everyone miss you and request you. So that's the kind he's the powerful Moggallana means. Then the Venerable Mahakassapa is after Buddha passed Nirvana, so he is the successor. Before Buddha passed Nirvana, this Shariputra Moggallana, the Buddha passed away. Their king passed, they have a choice. These two doesn't want to see Buddha is going to pass Nirvana. And that's what they want to pass before the Buddha Shakyamuni. And then the third one is Venerable Mahakassapa, is the Buddha's his very important disciple. So he is a successor. And also he is a very long story with this guy. So when Buddha Shakyamuni enlightened, and he has 500 disciples. He has another path. So he just is kind of teacher, but different kind of tradition. He is a very high level teacher. He has 5 students, his followers, and he has a retreat center. One day Buddha Shakyamuni end up his retreat center even at night time. So then Buddha said, "Can I stay your retreat center tonight?" So then he said yes. And Buddha Shakyamuni said, "I want to stay in this cabin." So he said, "Don't stay at that cabin." Buddha said, "Why?" And the cabin has very dangerous snake inside there. No one can stay there because everyone can die. So Buddha said, "No, it's okay. I want to only stay this cabin." And then he said, "Okay, if you wish, I accept. So his disciples said, no, don't do that. No, let Buddha stay." So he said, "No, let him to stay. He's an unusual guy. We don't know. He's not ordinary person, so let him to stay." Then Buddha Shakyamuni stayed at the cabin, and then he liberated the snake. So next day, his student think Buddha is already dead. So then Buddha is not dead because Buddha already liberated the snake and transformed to no anger. And Buddha told the snake, "Don't harm anyone because you go peacefully and your own place. Don't stay here." And the snake listened to him. He left from the cabin. First, of course, the Buddha meditate, stayed the night, and the snake comes, very big, huge, try to attack Buddha, and then Buddha is fearless. Snake also then release his anger, peaceful, and then Buddha told him, "Don't stay here. You go to some safe place, and people are going to harm you. Don't harm others." So snake listening and release, left. And then due to that, and this has lots of questions for Buddha, and the Buddha give answer to this person, and he follow the Buddha. So that's what is called Mahakassapa. Long story there also. There how to become Buddha's follower. And he has very high knowledge, but he didn't realize. And he think he has a very high level practitioner, but come to Buddha, and then he recognize he's no realizer. And that's why he followed the Buddha. And then Venerable Mahakassapa, and this also has long story, this person. When he baked the food, went to that time, monks, they go to family people to ask food. They don't own anything because they own things like their first fixation, grasping, And also the Buddha mentioned, if you go to bake the food, that's reduce your ego. And then same time you also can help others, connect to others. People can connect with the Dharma, and you can share the teaching, and also people can make accumulation merit offering due to food offerings. So many reasons have to bake the food. So this Mahakassapa who baked the food, he has an amazing story. I don't know, you want to hear that? You want to hear? Okay. When he went to bake the food, he saw the one family, mother. She held the baby, and she eating the meat. And there has a dog, and to try to get some from her, she kicked out dog. So then this monk has clairvoyance. So he laughing, like it's really ridiculous. Samsara, he said, ridiculous. Samsara is ridiculous. And so she didn't recognize what's going on with her. So she holding babies, family's enemy's reincarnation. And he said, holding the enemy, giving the breath, right, breathing for baby, and Pasha Sachi Maladang is she eating the meat is do fathers like Pasha's father's reincarnation. You know, I don't know exactly, maybe ships or gods or fish, something. So she eating the meat. It's just a father's reincarnation. Pasha Saji. Maladang means like she came out of the door is mother's reincarnation. Do you understand? So this monk, he see that he has very beautiful words come from his saying, Pasha Saji Maladang lengi dao pandazong kovichila kemoto. So that's his saying, you know, his naturally his heart told this. I don't know, he directly told her. So he said that, and there's some sadhas, he said ridiculous, you know, everything's like different roles play, right? So right now we are loved ones, but next life maybe enemies. And maybe right now enemies, next life our loved ones. So it's cyclic existence, you know, changing. So that's he mentioned. He has clairvoyance. He mentioned here is each this. I cannot go order. Okay, it's like because each one has stories, and otherwise we cannot get in the teaching. So this guy, this all the realizers in the space when Buddha sharing the teaching. Okay, so then it's the Venerable Mahakapena and the Venerable Mahakanda and the Venerable Aruda, Venerable Rivata, Venerable Ananda, Venerable. So that means like they are all is realizers. Is Buddha's the most important is the disciple realizers. So they are there. And other very well known either disciples, so many disciples, realizers. So no on that occasion either bhikkhus had been teaching and instructing new bhikkhus, means like the older monks sharing to the new monks. Some either bhikkhus had been teaching and instructing 10 bhikkhus, like some taking care like 10 students, some taking care maybe 20 students. So that's why either bhikkhu had been teaching and instructing 20, 30, 40 bhikkhus. So depending, you know, some take care 10, some either teachers take care 20, some either taking care 30 or 40s. Had achieved successive stage of the high distinctions. So everyone you realize, you know, the quality practicing is growing, same as the moon. So then on that occasion, the how to say this, Apasada or Apsada, page 4. English speakers, please. Apsada, right?
But there's something in Sanskrit. Uposatha.
So that means formal day. And yeah, Apsada is also the full moon, but there has some specific practice. So that practice is, I think, called Apsada. Day of 15th on the full moon, night of the Pravarana Saramane. So the blessed one means Buddha was seated in the open, surrounded by the Sangha. Sangha means all his disciples of bhikkhus, then surveying the silent Sangha of bhikkhus. he addressed them thus. So everyone is silent and not talking, Is everyone calm, relaxed, peacefully stay. Then that time he shared this. Bhikkhus, Buddha said, I am continuing with this progress. My mind is contained with this progress, so arose still more energy to attain the unattained. So he sharing this for them. Everyone, have to use this mind training. So more energy to attain the unattained. So someone not yet realize attain enlightenment or attain some realizations. So he said we have to use this practice to achieve the unachieved. Someone not achieve, use this practice going to achievement. So to release the unreleased. Then if not something, not release the negative emotions, use this practice, have to release the thoughts, emotions. I share it here at Savadi for the Kamuda full moon of the 4th month. So he said, I'm going to share this teaching for the monks. So the bhikkhus of the countryside heard. So Buddha mentioned, I'm going to stay in this place, stay longer, and going to share more some structured teachings. And here the other monks, also surround area, they come to again. They come to their gathering again. And the bhikkhus of the countryside left in due course for Sharavasti to see the blessed one. So see the Buddha Shakyamuni. And then that's next is just the same as again. Then that time the monks, older monks taking care more students, and some 10, some taking care 20, some taking care 40s. Then that's that page 6. It's kind of like extra again there. I don't know. Then page 7. On the occasion on the after stay of the I see that's also again. So we go to page 8. Page 8 says, okay, because this example is free from patterns, right? What means? No talking. Yeah. Right? It's kind of like no using meaningless chatting. Mm-hmm. This example is free from chatter. It consists purely of hard wood, such is the sangha of bhikkhus, such is this example, such as example as is worthy of gifts. So the Buddha mentioned here, this the sangha means like the followers, monks, nuns who was there. So they are not talking, no wasting time. Everyone silent and mindfully practicing, meditating. So and then everyone have perfect conduct. So then. So Buddha mentioned that. So who this sangha is like worthy of gifts, means like someone offering, is the offering is become useful. Worthy of hospitality, worthy of offering, worthy of reverential solutions, and incomparable fares of merit for the world. Such is the Sangha of bhikkhus, such is this example is. So this is the Buddha pressed to his disciples. So, like someone prostration to the Sangha, and who prostration to the Sangha, that person is create accumulation merit, is useful. And someone offering, so the offerings become useful, no wasting. And someone, hospitality, whatever, do something and become, everything is create accumulation merit. So Buddha see the Sangha means like this. So object of accumulation merit. Then such as example that a small gift given to it become great, and a great gift greater. So you offering small something, but the merit is become huge. And you just use some small things connection to the Sangha, but you receiving lots of accumulation merit and benefit. So that's the Buddha saying, Sangha of bhikkhu, such is this example. Then we go to page 9. So such an example as is rare for the world to see. In this world, Buddha say very hard to see like this kind of Sangha. So we know that we go to all the world everywhere, very hard to you can see. In that time, people who was there, they are very fortunate, lucky ones, because they can connect to that kind of Dharma practitioner realizers. Such is this example, such as example as world be worth journeying many legues, right? Lakes with a travel back to sea, such as this Sangha of bhikkhus, such as this example. So it's the Buddha mentioned like this kind, very hard to see and very hard to get connection. And as long as you get connections, very useful, very powerful benefit. So that's he say is the Sangha. Then in this Sangha of bhikkhus, there are bhikkhus who are ahats, with strength, with tents, distro, who have lived the holy life. So page 10, it's the aha means free from the some that his disciples Buddha recognize free from emotions already. His disciple many no emotions. So then done that had to be done, lead down the burden, reach their own goal, and destroy the fetters of being. So this realizers free from all our desires, and already practice completion, realize qualities, and they're already done the good job and taking care many other beings, and there has all the enlightenment qualities, and free from all the like samsara desires. The mind is become reached to the wisdom level, and the wisdom free from ignorance. So that's he mentioned in that many his disciple has that quality through final knowledge. Such bhikkhus are there is in this Sangha of bhikkhus. So that's the realizations. And then page 10, the last section. So he mentioned in this Sangha of bhikkhus, there are bhikkhu who with the destruction of the 5 lower fetters. So this has more footnotes, each one. What means 5? Here mention about 5 lower fetters. So
Ill will, belief in a self, attachment to rites and rituals, and doubt.
So this we're going to go through that one, and this is the arhat means realizer who free from samsara, desires, afflictive emotions. There has these qualities. So the quality mentioned about here, many different qualities. They are due to repair spontaneously in the pure abide, and their attain final nibbana without ever returning from that world, means like no coming back to again samsara, because due to the realization free from already samsara's suffering. So the no afflictive emotions, then you cannot coming back to samsara. The samsara, why we have to keep going again. Reasons because afflictive emotions. So you don't have afflictive emotion, then you cannot come back again. The bodhisattva means another can come back due to compassion, can come back to help other beings. If not enough compassion, someone don't want to come back, then there, so they can stay there, nirvana. The reason is no causes to come back, because without emotions you cannot come back. So that's why these bhikshus or some his disciples free from this returning from the world, without ever returning from the world. Such bhikshus are there in this sangha of bhikkhus. Then page 11. In the sangha of bhikkhus, there are bhikkhus who so with the destruction of the three fetters, the free from three fetters. So they're going to mention what means three fetters, and the next another page. And with the attenuation of lust, heat and delusion are one's returners, returning ones to this world. So in this ones, we're not going to go more details because it's lots of informations. So this is the take us to another subject. So called the Buddha's teaching is called Abhidhamma teaching. Abhidhamma teaching is to talk about all these different his disciples, these qualities, which realizations, and which realization you not coming back to samsara, which some even you remove already afflictive emotions, some emotions still can come back to samsara. So that's kind of he talk about more details, the different levels, and then talk about the physics and the body, and then talk about the different faculties and the senses. So it's lots of information. It's called Abhidhamma teaching. When we study Buddhist philosophy, that is another subject, and some lineage, the Samsheda is course. It's like 2 years course, only about these things. So that's why if we go in that one, we're not going to get in the breath meditation section. So today, this teaching is most important is for focus with the breath meditation. So that's why we're going through this, but this detail is not easy to know. But generally, okay, you understand what I'm here talking about, So then to make an end of suffering, such bhikkhus are there in this sangha of bhikkhus. Page 11, the last one. In this Sangha of bhikkhus, there are bhikkhus. Then page 12, who with the destruction of the three fetters are stream enters. No longer subject to projection, bound for liberation. He headed for enlightenment. Such bhikkhus are there in this Sangha of bhikkhus. In this Sangha of bhikkhus, there are bhikkhus who abide devoted to the development of the four foundations of mindfulness. So that's here more teachings today is the four foundation of the mindfulness teaching. So you can see the small numbers there is footnote is there. So now you all has this book and you can go to these footnotes and you can understand what means mindfulness. For mindfulness, such bhikkhus are the Sangha of bhikkhus. Then go to page 13. So page 13 is they mention about many these different qualities. In this Sangha of bhikkhus, there are bhikkhus who abide devoted to the development of four right kinds of striving. Striving, right? Striving. So this four quality they has. So then of the four bases for spiritual power. So this Zimterji Kamba years. So they has these four powers as these followers, realizers. Then of the five faculties, of the five powers, of the seven enlightenment factors, of the noble fourth path, such bhikkhus are there in this Sangha of bhikkhus. Then page 14 is all the Chinese language and the translation that English Tibetan is page 13. Now we'll go to the page 15. So there has many pages, but it's 3 languages. So that's why we have many, but actually teaching is very short. In the Sangha of bhikkhus, there are bhikkhus who abide devoted to the development of loving kindness. Then Buddha said, like his follower who was there, there has, meditation, love, and compassion, kindness, of compassion, of the artistic joy, of equanimity. So it's called the four measurables. There has a measurable love meditation, a measurable compassion, a measurable joy, a measurable equanimity of the meditation on fullness, of the perception of also impermanent. Such bhikkhus are there in this Sangha of bhikkhus. In this Sangha of bhikkhus, there are bhikkhus who abide devoted to the development of mindfulness of breathing. So there has this mindfulness, meditation practice, focus with the breath. So now this is all the footnotes, what we share, and up there, different, like 4, 3, 5, something, like have we mentioned about a packet, right? This different packet has footnotes here. The footnotes is page 19. The 5 lower fetters, sensual, desire, error, belief in a self, attachment to rights, and rituals dropped. So that's the 5 lower fetters, sensual desire. The last one is like attachment to rights and ritual drops. That's the we so is you have dropped about the practice, not really understanding clearly. So that's the even we're doing some practice. If you have dropped, so that's the part of that. Then the 3 fetters, the perishable, right? How to say this one? Perishable.
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 Mm-hmm.
What means perishable?
It can diminish.
I see.
Food is perishable. Anything that can go from the whole and diminish nothing.
I see. 3 fetter, the perishable view, which holds the selflessness of the transitory collection of aggregates as having a self attachment to rites and rituals, having dropped in the ethical path. So having dropped in the ethical authentic path, then the 4 foundation of mindfulness: the mindfulness of body, the mindfulness of the feeling, the mindfulness of the mind. It means like mindfulness conscious. The mindfulness of the Dharma means is phenomena. So not the Buddha's teaching. Dharma is the mindfulness for all the phenomena. So that's always translations incorrect. The 4 right kinds of the striving: abandon non-virtuous, and actions that have arising, avoid giving rise to non-virtuous, and actions develop virtuous action that having not arising, increase virtuous action that having arising. Then the 4 bases for spiritual power. So it's all is mentioned already up there. This is more, 4 of them. The concentration of the intention, the concentration of the mind, the concentration of the exertion, the concentration of discernment. Then the 5 faculties, the 5 faculty of the faith, the faculty of diligence, the faculty of mindfulness, the faculty of concentration, the faculty of wisdom, the power of faith, the power of diligence, the power of mindfulness, the power of concentration, the power of wisdom. So I already mentioned we cannot explain this all details because otherwise so much meaning each one. And then we don't get to the main teaching, what we're going to talk today. So just maybe you understand just what is here is mentioned, the 7 enlightenment factors: the mindfulness, investigation of phenomena, insertion, rapture, tranquility, economic concentration, the noble act for the path, right view, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. So that's the noble fourth path. So the point is all the who was there and his disciple, the high level realizer has all these qualities. Some is like progressing on that path, on the gaining that qualities. So Buddha mentioned here Sangha, where he listening to the Buddha's teaching. He said the disciple has their qualities. So no is a mean teaching. So that he prays to his Sangha. And also the praise to his Sangha is important. We usually take refuge to Sangha. Like take refuge to Buddha, take refuge to Sangha, take refuge to Dharma. The take refuge Sangha means must have to have these qualities. Then you can say Sangha. Sangha is the person, right? And actually in this case, the group of the people. And the group of people means like at least 4 people. And the Sangha means it's a group must have to have 4. And that teaching is called the Hinayana tradition, Mahayana tradition, Vajrayana tradition, different levels and different yanas. In this teaching is more basic level, called Hinayana tradition. Hinayana tradition means like must have to have 4 people. And then who has this quality, then it's called Sangha. And then you can take refuge to that group because it has these qualities. Mahayana Sangha means, and then who has love and compassion. It can be one person. It's, who has a measurable love, compassion, then that person is called Sangha. Vajrayana Sangha means someone who can meditate their own body is like same as Buddha. And all this impure perception who can transform to pure perceptions. So when they meditate, they don't have impure perceptions. Create everything's a pure perception. So that's who has the ability. So that person is called Sangha. It can be one person is called Sangha. So then Buddha prays to the Sangha. So who has these qualities? Then someone offering, someone, whatever they do, and become its causes of accumulation merit. You gaining, of merit. So that's why special object Sangha is. And then in this is the practice. No, it's mean practice. The mindfulness of breathing. So then Buddha says, bhikkhus, when mindfulness of breathing is developed and cultivated, it is of great fruit and great benefit. So who use this mindful practice with breath, then you get lots benefit. Also you can, mind is like ripening. So our mind is right now is called ordinary mind. Why we call ordinary mind? Because we have so much thoughts, and also we have lots of afflictive emotions, and we have so much desires. So you use mindful breath meditating, your mind is ripening means then you are free from thoughts. Your mind is free from thoughts. Your mind is free from afflictive emotions. Your mind is free from desires. So that's why practice this is get lots of benefit. So that's why it says develop and cultivate it. So cultivated means we using support and using some method, create like developing our quality. That's why it's called cultivate. No cultivation, another meditation, so like we're going to share tomorrow. So Monday, Tuesday is Mahamudra, and then resting, natural states. So first we have to follow by these stages. Without these stages, and then going to more deeper level called Mahamudra is not easy. And Mahamudra is resting mind, not cultivating. This one is cultivating means you using support, and then this bring us benefit. So that's why cultivated. It is of great fruit and great benefit. When mindfulness of breathing is developed, the cultivated, it fulfills the four foundation of mindfulness. So this is the I mentioned, this practice meditation's foundation of the starting, foundation of meditation. So use this meditation, the other meditations become very stable, suitable. And this morning also I share here about shamatha, first stage. We talked this morning, focus with the object. That is the external object we're using. So this is another different method. We're not using the external object, focusing. So using the breath, and then use breath. You create your own this spiritual qualities. Spiritual quality you cannot buy in the shops. Okay, so use what we have, generating ourselves. So breathe is another, is very powerful and a treasure, like we have, using this breathe, you cultivating the spiritual quality and growing. So we breathing every single day. We don't use correctly, right? Because breathe we don't use for the meditation, mindful, and mind goes another direction. Breathe goes useless, and the body is always stuck somewhere. So these three is no connections together. And the meditation, so no, this practice bring three of them together. So mind, body, your breath connecting together. And then these three connecting together, so you can, create many different qualities with our own, ourself. This spiritual quality, everything we can generate ourselves. So not rely on something outside. So the worldly activity, worldly things, we don't have ourselves. We rely on always external object, right? Outer level. And this spiritual quality practice is everything is within ourselves. So we can generate ourselves. So that's why our breath is very powerful, long as you use your own breath. This breath can be useless. Breath can be treasure and object. You understand what means treasure? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we have treasure object within ourselves, but we don't use. Mm. We always chasing treasure object is external something. Then we never find good things, anything is external level. So the practice meditation, we're using what we have, and we create gaining our own these enlightening qualities. So now, when mindfulness of breathing is developed and cultivated, it fulfills the four foundations of mindfulness. This four foundation is more explained in here. When the four foundations of mindfulness are developed and cultivated, they fulfill the seven enlightenment factors. So then this brings the seven, enlightening qualities. They fulfill the seven enlightening factors. Seven enlightening factors, I think up there already mentioned. Called the so seven the different levels enlightening qualities. Then when the seven enlightenment factors are developed and cultivated, they fulfill through knowledge and the liberation. So then that brings the knowledge to the wisdom, and then they bring the enlightening qualities within ourselves. Then go to page 22. So now, and how bhikkhus is mindfulness of breathing developed and cultivated so that it is of great fruit and great benefit. So that's the introduction, like how can this benefit, how to like we cultivating or habituate this meditation. Then that how to bring the fruit, result. That's then Buddha he shares here how to this is going to bring the benefit. Here are bhikkhus gone to the forest or to the root of a tree or to an empty hut. Sees the dawn, so now who going to meditate this mindfulness meditation, so have to go to forest, right? And the empty hut means like retreat place, no many distraction place, or you stay under the tree. And that time, during the Buddha time, so these practitioners always stay under the tree. So tree, some reasons has I think some energy, like bring you more peaceful energy. So that's why when Buddha Shakyamuni was born under the tree, and he meditated under the tree 6 years. When he enlightened also under the tree. When he shared the first Dharma teaching also under the tree. And when he passed Nirvana also under the tree. So it's very amazing stories actually. So the tree is so important, I think. The something energy, you connection, nature. Of course, like in the Buddhas, the teaching who know through the teaching, Buddha cannot take birth in the ordinary home. So that's why he take birth in the nature under the tree. The story is, there has a family dharmas, and that due to dharmas, and then there's someone say, oh, you cannot, through the Buddha's mother, you cannot take birth into your palace here. You have to go to birth your father's home, where your mother is come from, another kingdom. So they create a dharma, and some doesn't like, going to Buddha's mother has a child, because competitions, in the kingdom, and they make these problems. But actually, problems making is auspicious, transformed to Buddha taking birth, cannot take birth in the palace, is ordinary home. So the mother is journey to her home. Then they arrive to the Lumbini, is a garden, nature's place, and then Buddha take birth under the tree. So Siddhartha was born under the tree. That's why if you go to where Buddha's birthplace, and his kingdom is 20 miles different. And mother journey to her father's kingdom, then left from the where her home, and journey to other kingdoms. So that's why on the road, on the way, so they stay in one night, and then 4 more nights, and then Buddha take the birth. So Buddha also birth is 4 more days, and enlightenment also 4 more days, and past Nirvana also 4 more days. It's 4 more days. Also same month. It's all has amazing, this the energy, follow. So if you wanted to reach very high realizer, I think you have to stay under the tree. then you can reach to very high realize. So you can have so many trees here, you can easily realize here. Yeah. We are in the forest, it's a true thick forest, right? But have to use this practice, meditate, otherwise all the birds, animals are going to realize, because they are always in the jungle, Without practice, a tree also only cannot liberate you. So we need also author condition and environment, good environment. Then, and also we have to practice ourselves, use this, practice using our own this breath and our own the emotion. Have to use that and practice, So we have a feeling. We have to use our feeling for meditation. We have breathe. So we use our breath for meditation. We have anger. We have to use our anger for meditate. We have a desire. We have to use our desire for meditate. We have ignorance. We have to use our ignorance and meditate. So meditation, all this quality, what Buddha mentioned, his disciple has qualities. The quality is rising from within our own, this, ourselves, I say, because we have all the afflictive emotions, we have the feelings, we have a breath, we have a conscious, we have a body. So we have to use that, and then you can get the enlightening qualities. You cannot use any actually external object to gain your qualities. Some support is always can support, but true qualities, I think, you have to use our own, merchandise, is it correct? Our own merchandise object, right? And then that's bring the benefit. So now, here, what Buddha says, having sits down, having folded his legs crossways, sit his body straight, and establish mindfulness in front of him. Ever mindful, he breathes in, mindful, he breathes out. So then Buddha told, we have to sit under the tree, and also remote area, and or empty house, not distracting, and sit down, and then cross leg, and align your body, and mindfulness. Then use these instructions, meditate, practice. He said, I did that way, and I get, realize. So Buddha mentioned, so everyone can do that, use this way to get realization. Establish mindfulness in front of him. Ever mindful, he breathe means Buddha himself, he breathes in mindful, he breathes out. So he said, I also use this, breathe in, breathe out. Use mindfulness. So now mindfulness, breathe is meditation here. Our exhale, inhale, mind is focused with the breath. And then this goes different levels. So first called mindful breath meditation. So we have to recognize. Inhale, when you long inhale, you recognize I'm long inhale, minds with the breath. And you exhale, you recognize minds with the breath, long exhale. And follow that, meditating. So if you does that, then your mind cannot go all over the place. The reason is because breath is always present. You really cannot breathe past, you cannot breathe future, right? Your breath is always present, always a moment. Long as your mind is be with the breath, then your mind not possible to go past, cannot go possible to, not possible to future. So that's why, and the breath is become very useful and very powerful. So go to page 23. Breathing in long, he understands breathing in long. So we have to recognize, we have to understand that I'm long breathing. I am long exhale. This is the first one, is a very basic level. So if you mind have lots of thoughts going on, you have lots of distractions, and this is really helpful. So you recognize long inhale, long exhale. So it's like kind of a little bit you need effort, okay? Create effort like forcing way. Otherwise, your mind cannot connect to your breath because you have lots gross level thoughts. And your mind go more subtle level, then you don't need to forcing breath. I mean the effort breath. And first, when you're starting meditation, then breath is important. So do that 3 times, inhale, 3 times exhale. You can release thoughts. Your mind bring into the present. Sometimes we do, finger, like hand. See, look, in this thumb, push into the under the ring finger. This under the ring finger has like this some emotions moving. I really don't know. Okay, there's some teachers say that, and that's why this thumb is pushed to under the ring finger, both, and then close like this. You came up to see this pointing finger, and the latter finger is up, is okay. And see, this 2 finger, middle finger, and the ring finger is close. Thumb is pushed under the ring finger. And then what do we do? And sometimes like stay like this, like put in the hair like this, and align your body, push to your knees, align your body, and then right hand up, and then bring into like left nose, this pointing finger, right? The close your left nose. Inhale from the right nose, like very long. Then hold, change your this right finger, block the right nose, exhale from the left nose. Then inhale from the left nose again. Hold the breath, and go to the right hand, push to the left, exhale from the right nose. Then inhale again, right nose. Hold. And blow the right nose. Exhale, left nose. Inhale again, left nose. Hold. And blow the left nose. Exhale, right nose. So now we can do that also, like left nose, the left hand exactly again similar, same what we did, right finger, change it to the finger. So it's easy. We don't have to go all the through stages. Like you can both hands put into your knees and inhale from both nose. Hold the breath. Exhale from the nose. Inhale again, both nose. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So it's called the night breathing, and like 3 is like from the right nose, 3 is the left nose, 3 is the both nose. So called 9 different breathings. Exhale, inhale, using. So that's actually helps, like starting when you meditate, and the mind is really bring into the space, and release like inner your the old airs, or garbage healing airs. Let go. You can bring into new fresh air into yourself. So that's the called 9 different breath. Then sometimes always you can see difference. Different teachers share you different. We do sometimes like long way 9 breath, and then short also 9 breath. Short is like, so you have to go very fast. So inhale sometimes nose, so it's mouth, exhale, short ones. And this is all dependent, it's not really one like always instruction. Different teachers share you letter slightly different. And it's good is, so you can do like breathe in from the nose first 3 times in and out, and then the like 3 times right nose, 3 times left nose, exhale, inhale, and the 3 times and both nose. After, then you do another short 3 times each one. So short 3 times, like inhale, so fast. And sometimes that's more powerful than long ones. But you want to meditate like connecting, breathing, long is important. And you want to let go, so your thoughts, emotions, short one is more powerful. Do you understand? And then you breathe in like from the nose. So it's inhale from the nose, exhale from the mouth. You do that after then and go into this way, the mindfulness meditation. So very long inhale, mind is like, mindful, focus, breathe, and exhale, mindful with the breath. What I sharing you that using the finger and close the nose, that's sometimes we do any meditation beginning. It's helpful, your mind is more connect with for meditation. So in this one, you do that first, and after then go to breathing long and understanding. Understanding, and then I breathing in long, or breathing out long. Then you will have to say he understands. I breathe out long. So we need to recognize that. Then after breathing in short, he understands. I breathe in short, or breathing out short. He understands. I breathing out short. So that's the mindful breathing meditation. Your mind is not let thoughts follow the thoughts. Bring into moment, present, with mindful. Okay, so that's the you're going to starting your meditation. Then you have to go into more different ways, like using the breath. So we're going to share tomorrow in this session. Today we're going to leave this page 23. Breathe out very short. Okay, short. We recognize that, and you also meditate and practice that. I'm talking about the Dzom Sangha. we are practicing here. So Dzom Sangha and what I shared today. You also have to use that technique and meditate, breathing. And then tomorrow we keep going again, teaching. And we're going to leave the today teaching there. And I'm going to share the dedication. I share the screen. Dorjen Chang, Telopa, Naropa, Marpa, Malarepa, Dharma Lord Gambopa, Pamotoba, Lord Digompa, please bestow upon us most as species bless our Kaju Lamas. By this virtue may achieve emanations, by defeating all enemies confusion. May all who travels on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, death, cross the ocean of samsara. Bodhicitta, the excellent precious mind, where it is unborn may it rise, where it is born may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. I pray that Lama may have a good health. I pray that Lama may have a long life. I pray that your Dharma activities separate far and wide. I pray that I may not be separate from you. As Majorshiri, the Vero realized autonomic state, and as did Samantha Bada, I will follow in the path and fully dedicate all the merit for all sentient beings. By the bless over the Buddha who attained the Tirikayas, by the bless over the true of unchanging Dharma as such, by the bless over the individual Sangha order, may the Mary Ashe bear fruit. By the virtues collected in the three times, by myself and all beings in samsara and nirvana, and by in a rule of virtue, may and all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious enlightenment. May the teaching of Guru Digompa Ranashiri, who is omniscient Lord of Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, meditation, until the end of the samsara. Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Thank you, everyone. Touch the leg. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, Khenpo.
Thank you.
Hello to
感谢的了，
everyone.
感恩上师，感恩翻译师兄，
谢谢上师，
感谢所有的师兄。
谢谢的嘞，
感恩上师，
上师，感恩翻译师兄。
Khenpo.